Hello, friends. Recently, as I've been looking at the search engines and AI and the internet, I've come to learn that I am, according to these social networks and search engines, that I'm a panpsychist. And so I would like to clarify that I am not a panpsychist. I'm a non-dualist. So I know panpsychism has become a very prominent uh, prominent theory right now in trying to solve the hard problem of consciousness. I think, in a way, panpsychism is a cop out because it attempts to solve the hard problem of consciousness by saying that matter and consciousness go together. That consciousness, as some people have suggested, is organized matter. So I would like to clarify. First of all, I'm not a panpsychist because I don't believe that matter has inherent existence. I believe that matter is a human construct for modes of knowing and experience, for human perceptual activity, and a combination of human perceptions and sensations, which in turn are modifications of consciousness. That's what Advaita Vedanta is. But to settle this once and for all, I'd like to share with you the major differences between panpsychism and Advaita Vedanta. So let's unravel this and deconstruct it. Panpsychism and Advaita are two philosophical perspectives that address the nature of consciousness, but they do so in completely different ways, distinct ways. So here's an elaboration on their differences. Panpsychism is a philosophical theory that proposes consciousness as a fundamental and ubiquitous feature of the universe. According to panpsychism, number one, there's ubiquity of consciousness. Consciousness is not limited to complex beings like humans, but is present at all levels of reality, including inanimate objects and subatomic particles. Panpsychism suggests that even the smallest entities possess some form of consciousness. This is called microphenomenal consciousness. So, according to panpsychists, even the smallest entities have some kind of subjective experience, which combine to form the more complex consciousness found in higher order beings. Panpsychism is a bottom-up approach. Panpsychism typically follows a bottom-up explanatory strategy, suggesting that consciousness in higher order beings emerges from the combination of micro-level conscious entities. Okay. What is Advaita Vedanta? It is completely different. It's a non-dualistic school of thought that comes from Eastern wisdom traditions that emphasizes the idea of a singular ultimate reality. Key aspects include non-dualism. Advaita Vedanta posits that the ultimate reality, Brahman, is the only true existence, and everything else is an illusion or projection. It holds that there is no real distinction between the self, Atman, and the ultimate reality, Brahman. In fact, I mentioned before that Schrödinger likened the wave function to Atman and Brahman. So Advaita Vedanta is a top-down explanation. Unlike panpsychism, Advaita Vedanta offers a top-down approach in explanation of consciousness. It suggests that individual consciousness is a manifestation of the singular fundamental consciousness of Brahman, the cosmic consciousness. The apparent multiplicity of the world and individual consciousness is due to ignorance or avidya. The realization of non-duality and the unity of Atman and Brahman leads to liberation, which means liberation. It means loss of ignorance, and that squeezes us into thinking of our fundamental selves as squeezed into the volume of a body and the span of a lifetime. So major difference. Okay, panpsychism assumes the existence of matter, and actually Advaita says matter itself is an illusion, okay, or projection, or fluctuation of consciousness, or human construct. So I just want to clarify this because all the search engines are portraying me as a panpsychist. I think that's a good compromise, but I'm not a panpsychist. Okay, I believe that you and I are fundamentally without cause, spaceless, timeless, infinite, irreducible, and beyond birth and death. Panpsychism does not say that. Panpsychism simply is a compromise, since we can't explain consciousness, so it must be ubiquitous in all matter. So I hope this clarifies the confusion. And once again, this is just for the record, but I needed to say it.